This model kit review is of the 1967 Corvette, and it is a 1/25th scale model. It's by Revell, and here we have some of the dimensions, as well as some details here about the car. Here we've got some pictures of the finished model kit. That looks very nice. I guess that's before they put it into the car. Let's have a look inside and see what we've got. Looks like a lot of screws here. Let's start off here with the body. So here's the body, pretty nice molding, lots of detail here. Don't really see any major mold lines. We do have Corvette little emblem on the back here. Don't know how well you can see that. It's pretty faint and smooth. Okay, here we've got one of our chrome moldings here. Part of our engine there. Looks like our exhausts there probably. Our license plate, our front grille, some more engine parts here are our wipers, and we've got the side skirts there in chrome. Really don't like their chrome. Got another chrome sprue here, and this one has our all the bling for our car. So here we've got our wheels, and this might be for the engine, we'll have to see. We've got our side mirror, rear mirror, stick shift over there. Here's our windshield frame. We've got our rear bumper, and I guess that's our front bumper here, and then this is probably our rear bumper. Got some vinyl wheels, pretty stiff, got some tread on them. Here's our glass, and we've got front, back, and then just quarter glass. The windows are rolled down. And then we've got our rear lights. Front headlights were pop-up, it looks like. Okay, lots of sprues here. We have got our chassis there, with the area for our spare tire. Here's our dashboard. We've got some seats. Don't know if they have any backs for the seats. We'll have to look, otherwise you've got to fill them. And these are probably the wheel well covers there. Here are the exhausts and mufflers. Got wheel parts there, and the steering wheel, steering column there, and then we've got this is part of our axle, sorry, our drive shaft, and then there's our belts and so on for the engine. Here we've got parts for our cockpits, part for the radiator and fan there, exhaust headers. Here is part of our firewall for the engine, and we've got all the subframe and suspension parts there, torsion bars. Here's our rear axle. There we go, it's an engine with transmission, the door cards for the inside, some suspension parts, a brake booster. Here's our fan, which is a little misshapen. We'll have to probably cut one off and re-glue it on there. There's a fan shroud, more engine parts here, oil pan, and probably our exhausts parts there. Here's our hood. This looks like these are the backs of the seats, so good. Good amount of detail, and fairly well molded overall. Here are our decals. We've got some options there for the colors. and then the red rim for the tires, and then all of our usual logos. Okay, we've got some details here about the car. Here is the paint listing. We've got the engine being built. And we've got our axles and subframe all going onto the chassis. And we mount the engine with the drive shaft, and then the wheel well is over there. We've got our radiator going on, and don't forget the fan in there. Got suspension parts, brake booster. The cockpit's being built, as well as so there's the seats and the backs of the seats. Got the insides of the door cards, and then our dashboard. That's all then mounted. Put the glass inside, and mount our cockpits. Now you can put on the hood and the side. There's the runner boards. We've got wheels and tires. We mount everything onto the chassis, including our grille and the rear there. Here are the lights, tail lights for the brakes. That all goes on there, and then the rest of the little accessories for the body. So here's some recommended hood stripe colors, depending on which color you paint the car. So if you're going to paint the car silver, I recommend you use black. Whereas if you go red, you should use black or white. If it's yellow, black or black. Here are the the paint decal guide there. It's really just all the outside decals. So it's a pretty good model. That'll be a good build.